Good morning. Okay, it's time for lesson 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. No one can look upon what your grievances conceal, because your grievances are hiding the light of the world in you. Everyone stands in darkness, and you beside him. But as the veil of your grievances is lifted, you are released with him. Share your salvation now with him who stood beside you when you were in hell. He is your brother in the light of the world that saves you both. So it's like that grime on a cover of a light that's outside and it gets covered and it's dark and the light is still inside it, but it can't seem to go beyond the piece of glass because the glass is so covered with crud. That's what grievances do. That's what unforgiveness is. So the light of the world is already in you. You are the light of the world. It's true. You, me, all of us, we are the light of the world. And when we drop all our grievances, then our light can shine and everything in the world can get better. Okay, today let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. Before we undertake this in our more extended practice period, let us devote several minutes to thinking about what we are trying to do. We are literally attempting to get in touch with the salvation of the world. We are trying to see past the veil of darkness that keeps it concealed. We are trying to let the veil be lifted and to see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. So it sounds dramatic, but it is, because think about it. You've been living in darkness. You've been living in frustration, in worry, in fear. And that can all go away when the light within you is shining out from within. Things are no longer scary. People are no longer scary. You just feel safe and confident and peaceful. It's great. I'm excited for you, for all of us. Let us begin our longer practice period today with the full realization that this is so, and with real determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. Salvation is our only need. There is no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. Learning salvation is our only goal. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. And I love this because it is a search that people have been going on for centuries, and I have been going on for my whole life, looking for this truth, looking for the light, looking for love. And, you go to other religions and they teach you to pray to a certain person or believe a certain way and that it's all outside of you, but it's not. It's in you. All of this is within you. And that's the beauty of the Course, is it's not teaching you to go and listen to someone. You don't even need to be listening to me. You got to listen to your higher self. But it can be helpful to listen to some other person's perspective and learn from it. And really, this is helping me learn the Course better, because there's no better way to learn than by sharing and teaching. So you don't have to look any further than yourself. And that's what's so beautiful. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to spend any money. You just need to look within. Let go of those grievances. Let go of the unforgiveness. And your light can then begin to shine. Very quietly now, with your eyes closed, try to let go of all the content that generally occupies your consciousness. Think of your mind as a vast circle surrounded by a layer of heavy, dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because you seem to be standing outside the circle and quite apart from it. From where you stand, you can see no reason to believe there is a brilliant light hidden by the clouds. The clouds seem to be the only reality. They seem to be all there is to see. Therefore, you do not attempt to go through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would be really convinced of their lack of substance. We will make this attempt today. We are attempting to go through the dark clouds and past them. That there is something beyond this murky, crappy-looking situation you're in. There is light beyond. After you have thought about the importance of what you are trying to do for yourself and the world, try to settle down in perfect stillness, remembering only how much you want to reach the light in you today, now. Determined to go past the clouds. Reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand, feeling them resting on your cheeks and your forehead and your eyelids as you go through them. Go on. Clouds cannot stop you. They can't. It's scary, when you're in a fog and you're walking through this fog and you don't seem to know where to go. It can be scary, but the fog isn't going to hurt you. And as your light shines and you get past the fog, you can see what's really there, which is beauty. All you have to do is remember how much you want to reach the light in you today. Settle down, still yourself, and just focus on that desire. And that is what is going to get you through the clouds to the light. If you are doing the exercises properly, you will begin to feel a sense of being lifted up and carried ahead. Your little effort and small determination call on the power of the universe to help you, and God Himself will raise you from darkness into light. You are in accord with His will. You cannot fail because your will is His. So the universe, collective consciousness, your higher self, all of these entities, whatever you want to call them, they are all on board with you and me and all of us, dropping guilt, dropping unforgiveness, dropping grievances, dropping all that crap that doesn't serve us. They're excited for us to make this big change realization and to get to a point where we are free of all that junk and we can really start creating and we can make this world as good as it is intended to be and as wonderful as it could be. Okay. Have confidence in your Father today and be certain that He has heard you and answered you. You may not recognize His answer yet, but you can indeed be sure that it is given you and you will yet receive it. Try as you attempt to go through the clouds to the light to hold this confidence in your mind. Try to remember that you are at last joining your will to God's. Try to keep the thought clearly in mind that what you undertake with God must succeed. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. So I, as I've said before, like to replace the word God with love. So you're joining your will to love, love's will. You're joining your light to love. You're looking for love within, which is already there, and you're looking to share that love and that light. So the power of love will work in you. That love and your will be done. Love's will and your will be done. In the shorter practice periods, which you will want to do as often as possible in view of the importance of today's idea to you and your happiness, remind yourself that your grievances are hiding the light of the world from your awareness. Remind yourself also that you are not searching for it alone, and that you do know where to look for it. Say then, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden, yet I want to let it be revealed to me for my salvation and the salvation of the world. To save yourself from sin, to save yourself from darkness, from anger, from hurt, from pain, from worry, from fear, from all these things that are not serving your best self, your highest self. They don't do anything for you. They're just making your life miserable. To save yourself, to get salvation, you have to drop your grievances and you have to choose forgiveness. And recognize that your grievances are preventing you from living a life of love and joy. And it's all up to you. And I know this seems like we are beating the drum of the same note over and over and over again, just like perhaps annoying you with it. But the thing is, it's so important, and we need reminders. We need to constantly remind ourselves, oh yeah, I do not want to choose fear. I want to choose love. Also be sure to tell yourself, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. If you are tempted to hold anything against anyone today, that's what you're going to say. So you'll say that if you're tempted to hold anything against anyone today, including yourself, including inanimate objects, any grievance you're holding on to is keeping your light from shining for yourself and for everyone else. So please do us all a favor, including and most especially do yourself a favor and do this work and take it seriously, because grievances just fester. They just fester and they turn into cancer and wounds and negativity and rain clouds of crap raining down on you. It's gross, right? Yeah, it is. So I'm excited for you to let go of those grievances and see the light that can shine beyond it. All right, do your best. Take care.